All right. Well, we begin. This is our new podcast, guys. We're actually starting this after talking. So, Brett, you may disagree with the name, but this is Behind the Point, as voted on by the people of Turning Point, and it won. So
I demand a recount. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Well, hey, democracy here in the United States works in strange ways. All right. Well, first, I guess we should introduce ourselves. We have our two, I guess, co-hosts. Brett, I'm not sure where you stand so far on this whole thing too much, but I'm Michael, Turning Point's liaison. Brett.
And I'm Brett. I am Turning Point's treasurer and also known as the Democratic Libertarian. Follow me on Instagram. Daily memes. Yeah.
And then we have our first special guest today, Casey. She is with us. We just got out of our Turning Point, our first general meeting of the semester. And yeah, Casey, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, I am the social media chair at the Sac State chapter for Turning Point.
All right. So that's what you need to know about us so far. Hopefully, as we go on, if we can stick to this thing, you'll find more of our members. Eventually, I want to get Steven on.
Ooh.
I want to get Floyd on too.
After he's drunk.
When is he, if he's going out any social event, when is he not drunk?
Just a little before and after.
Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, we can recap the general meeting tonight. If you guys have any thoughts, stuff like that. For those of us that didn't make it, or those of you guys that didn't make it, because this is kind of, first part of this is for them. I want to make sure that they get filled in on what goes on. Yeah. So, any key points you guys want to bring up before I go ahead and start it?
Well, the room was packed. There was standing room only, and I got there exactly when the meeting started.
Yeah.
So that was really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
I asked for a show of hands of all first-timers, and I think I lost count at a dozen new first-timers, so pretty good, very good turnout.
Yeah, no. I think that room held, or seats, maybe 30 people or something.
And we had more than that.
Yeah, and we had 30 plus an extra 10 or whatever, or just something. We had 30 plus people in there. It was pretty cool. I remember the last general meeting I went to, whenever I got, the second general meeting I ever went to, the last one where I got elected for some damn reason. Yeah.
The only one where I got elected and I wasn't even there?
You weren't even there. It was just who's this guy? Or, I didn't even, because I didn't know I didn't see you anywhere, and then I didn't know you, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, my last meeting, I think, was, it was maybe a dozen people. There wasn't that many. These people just die out. Well, it was finals week, so.
Yeah, it was just about finals week.
Yeah, so not too many people. I don't even know why I went. I just kind of it was just raining, and I was like, should I even go?
And look where you're at now.
Yeah, look where I am now, doing this thing here. But yeah, so some things that went on in the meeting. We had a big old introduction. So yeah, if you missed it out, come check it out. And we can get you guys introduced to our wonderful Madam President, Megan Maston. I know, Casey, you have lots to say about Megan.
Oh, Lord and Savior.
What, she's the best human I've ever known?
Yeah. No, Megan is just, she's just great.
The best.
That's my president. Hashtag I'm with her. But no, let's see. So what happened today? We had our meeting and some snacks. I guess Casey, me, and Zach went to get some snacks for you guys at Safeway. Yeah. So we started off introduction, and then what else? What was after that?
After the introduction, we got onto basically the Candace Owens.
Oh yeah.
Watched the good, 5-minute clip.
Yeah, I didn't know she said in there she's a Democrat.
No, that it was how she's not a Democrat when she's black.
I thought, yeah.
And it's basically expected of her to be a Democrat.
See, I don't know too much about Candace Owens.
No, she's correct me if I'm wrong, but she's a original for Turning Point.
She's really close with Charlie Kirk, and she really helped him get his brand started.
Okay.
So now Turning Point, with Candace Owens' help, is actually a major force in the conservative movement.
That's pretty
Which
cool.
is great. I mean, the more voices, the better.
Yeah. So we talked about Candace Owens, talked about a little bit of the Yellow Jacket movement, which we'll get back to, or Yellow Vest movement. We'll get back to that. Yeah, so the Yellow Jacket movement, what else?
Western Conference.
Did we have one of those last year?
No, this is the first one ever.
Oh, okay, for Turning Point just in general.
Yeah, is it a turn? It's not a Turning Point.
It's a Turning Point event. You can find it online if you look up Turning Point Northwest Regional Conference, but that will be later this year in Santa Clara, California. So thankfully it's only about 2 hours for people who are coming from Sacramento. And that will be on April 4th and April 5th. To register for that, you can either go online or you can talk to Megan about registering.
Megan will make you register right then and there.
Yeah.
By the way. Yeah. So come prepared if you do.
Hashtag Iron Fist.
Yeah. And then, I mean, if it's anything like it was in SAS, hashtag praise Wawas. If it was anything like in SAS,
I mean, for those people who didn't go, how was SAS? What was it? What should they expect?
Wawas. That's about it. That's really, just straight up Wawas.
On a more serious note, though, it was a really, really great meeting for, thousands of young conservatives, especially, college-aged and high school-aged people who want to try and make a difference in this world.
Yeah. No,
Well, yeah, I mean, there were...
President.
Yeah, we got to see President Donald Trump, got to see Senator Ted Cruz, Representative Dan Crenshaw, Donald Trump Jr., and then also conservative speakers that aren't elected government officials.
You know who I liked?
Don't say Alex Clark.
Alex Clark was so cute, though.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's a cute conservative.
Oh God.
She was all. She brought up the one something like, "I love Taylor Swift." You just hear me if you listen real close to the video on Facebook, like of the recap of that day or like of the live stream day. If you listen really close, right when she says Taylor Swift, you hear me in the background.
Yeah, I remember you were sitting right next to me.
Governor Kristi Noem was also there. She was fantastic. She also went...
Yeah, you fucking ran to
Yeah.
go see her.
Yeah, she actually went to Young Women's Leadership Summit in Dallas earlier last year, and she was such a great speaker. She's such a wonderful family lady. Like, just... Her whole story is really inspiring.
SAS was really great. I would actually...
Honestly, I would recommend it to anybody.
So who talked to you about going, honestly? Like, who was it?
To talk to me about going
Yeah.
to SAS? Mark. Marky Mark of the Funky Bunch.
Okay.
He basically convinced / threatened me to
That's
go.
what Megan did.
He basically worked with me 2 weeks before the event and
Okay.
to get me to go. He just said, like, just pay for the ticket now. They will refund you. And I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up finding a round trip ticket for $501 to Florida. And I got exactly $500 back, so I paid $1.
Wait. Okay. You said $501 round trip.
Yeah. From San Diego, too.
And when did you
Last
get your
minute,
tickets?
too. I'd like a week and a half before the damn thing. That's amazing find.
When did we get ours?
Maybe about the same time.
Ours was like $600 each, though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I flew out of San Diego.
Yeah, it is closer.
No, I don't think it's closer. It's more the fact that everybody from Sacramento was booking, so it drove prices up a little bit.
California also loops down like a hook, so San Diego's closer to Texas.
Yeah.
Geography, guys. That's how the world works. I'm studying that. I have terrible geography.
I'm a political science major. Fuck off.
I'm a social... What am I? Social studies, basically, major. History major. I have to teach social studies, though.
God, you don't even know your own major?
You know what? I'm surprised I'm still in school.
I think we all are.
Yeah, no, school. I don't like school at all. You like school, Brett?
I'm here.
You're here. Oh, that's always the answer. Anyway. Let's see. So, yeah, Turning Point was pretty good. I mean, SAS was really great. So, hopefully, this West Conference is pretty good. They apparently, we paid $15 and that's it. That's it.
If
That's what
that.
Mark said.
Yeah, no, it really
Yeah,
wasn't that.
15 for the hotel because it's going to be highly discounted.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't that much because so many donors, pitch money to Turning Point so that we can have
Events like
meetings
these.
and events like that.
Speaking of donors, I had that. I was tabling today, and that person came by and yelled at us for Koch brothers. He was
When?
walking by.
I tabled almost all day today. When?
It was after you left. Oh no! It was around 1:25, because Mark had to go. I was walking by. It was after I walked you to class. I came by and I was walking by, and Mark was like, "Hey, I gotta take a piss, man. Can you cover the booth?" And I was like, "Okay, I guess." So I just hung out for a little bit, and this guy with this girl was walking by. I didn't get to see his face. I was just looking down. All I hear is, "Yeah, you guys are sponsored by the Koch brothers." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I asked him personally for the money. And I just yelled that, and he just kept walking. He didn't even look back. But yeah, I got my experience as a Koch brother, dude.
Love that.
Uninformed people. That's all I gotta say.
I mentioned to somebody, I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you think about it, having $1 billion, billions of dollars, you can't even really think about that in the first place.
It's such a high number that it's literally incomprehensible to the human brain.
And if you try to think about it a little bit, this might make sense. If you have that much money, chances are you probably don't know what every penny goes to. So, there's a chance the Koch brothers are probably just donating some fucking thing. They're like, Turning Point, what the hell's that? I don't know. Tax write-off, Because we're a non-profit. So, it's like, oh, here you go, tax write-off. And then he's just like, I don't give a fuck about what they're about, or I don't know anything about them, but hey, they have a little non-profit next to their name, so I'm going to support them. And because billionaires, honestly, you can't control every dollar that goes out. There's probably some shit that, I bet you Bill Gates is probably paying for Brazzers. He probably doesn't know it, It's linked to his card, founder Microsoft. You can't have Brazzers without Microsoft.
Wow.
When we have Bill Gates on this, I'm gonna show him this recording.
We got
and we will, when we get big, we will fucking have Bill Gates and we will ask him that ourselves.
Down.
You won't. We'll bring back the original crew, the original three.
Oh no.
We gotta get the Koch brothers on here too. Pull a Joe Rogan. We gotta get Bernie Sanders on here too.
Shit, if we're pulling Joe Rogan, we might as well get Elon Musk and smoke him out real quick.
Everybody. Yeah, just start emailing. We'll have who's in charge of emailing speakers?
Megan.
Megan and Alyssa, I figured. Well, just get Megan and Alyssa and just be like, hey, you want to try to pull them in for an interview?
Oh God.
Just anybody, literally random people. Because honestly, this podcast won't be exclusively a political one. I want to, just whoever's here to just talk to each other and hang out, and also fill people in what they missed, but also fill people in on what's going on behind the point. We're Turning Point, behind the point. That's why I put a name up there. But yeah, what's going on in our week as a group, as individuals. All three of us here are part of the leadership team, so we won't go into specifics what's going on in the leadership stuff, but we will kind of give an insight on what it's like as people that are probably going to be running the booth or just doing leadership stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It's still Rush Week. There's still 3 more days of Rush Week. So
Have you guys gone to any other clubs?
CRs, that's about it.
But okay. Yeah. Hey, what about you?
Yeah, I used to be a coxswain on the men's rowing team, so a lot of times I'll stop by there, chit-chat with everybody, see how they're doing. But for the most part, I've got back-to-back classes that makes it really hard to stop and hang out for too long.
Okay, so I have a question for all of us.
Yeah.
Continue.
Shoot.
No, that's all I had.
So because we all of us here work, we're part of Turning Point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a social life. You guys probably don't. But Casey definitely has.
Shit, we are your social life.
God damn it. Anyway, so my limited social life, your social life,
Yeah.
work, school, Turning Point. How are your schedules like?
Utterly
it's
fucked.
Yeah.
Utterly. I work full time, go to school full time, and somehow have figured out how to fit Turning Point into all of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I ditched a lot of classes today to table because they needed people to table, but
Really? Okay.
it fucking, you gotta prioritize at some points.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured out my classes don't take roll, so
One of my classes didn't take roll.
so I took advantage of that. I mean, it's just basically how you prioritize. I mean, work, if you're paying yourself through school or through your living, work, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, hell, I start my new job that pays higher on Monday.
What's your new job?
AAA tow truck driver,
Oh, yeah, I heard about
bitch.
that. Okay, nice. So your schedule, when do you find time for tabling when you're not skipping classes? Or have you not stopped by the table much?
If I can get there on my non-school days, because I only go to class 2 days a week.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Yeah. No,
Yeah, but I mean, all my classes are just back to back, 9 to 4.
Yeah. I'm not trying to call you guys out. I just want to see when you guys step up to the table or step to the table, if anything.
Yeah.
behind the table.
It should be easier for me to stop by the table, even just for a few minutes after rush week, because we won't have an assigned tabling spot. Tuesday, Thursdays are probably going to be stronger days for me to go and see the table on. But as for my social life, in between, taking 15 units and working, anywhere from 24 to 30 hours a week, what gets me through that is a lot of caffeine and a lot of obsessive scheduling.
Caffeine pills.
Yeah.
No, you drink your Starbucks, you work at Starbucks.
I actually haven't had a whole lot of coffee to drink in the past few months because I can't do the Starbucks espresso anymore. I think it tastes like trash.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's free, so your girl's got to do what she's got to do.
Shit, it's like I used to drink a lot of NOS energy drinks to get through the day. And, when they say that stuff can kill you, yeah.
I mean,
I fucking felt that. I mean, when you shouldn't be 22 years old and feeling a very hard heartbeat once every while.
yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, it's time to knock those out. And I haven't had that again, so.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Caffeine makes me sleepy, so, and I've told you guys that before, caffeine makes me sleepy, so I can't really drink too much caffeine. And maybe it's just the warmth of it, then again, maybe it's just caffeine. One day I'll try one of your caffeine pills and see how that goes. Whether it really is, then, that's just like a pill, so. Anyway, continue.
Let's see. Do either of you guys know what undertows are? Okay, well basically...
It's a verse from Linkin Park's Caught Me Undertow, just caught me.
No. So an undertow is, in the coffee world, a layered drink that's usually really small, and it's got just a little bit of syrup, usually a little bit of cream, and 2 shots of espresso. And it's layered so that you can shoot it back and not really taste the espresso. So if I have any coffee, it's usually an undertow.
Okay. Huh. What do you get in coffee places?
I am a sugar person, so.
Hell yeah, bro.
The secret menu frappuccino.
Damn
Yeah.
straight.
Cheers from the sugar cane land.
She orders them for me.
I do not.
That was one time.
Every time I've known a barista at all, they've always been the ones to suggest a drink. I knew a barista at Pete's when I was in Stockton, and that's where I got my free drinks. And then I told her I wasn't interested in her, and she stopped giving me free drinks. So
You fucked up.
I did fuck up, but then I just never showed my face at a Pete's again.
No.
You doubly fucked up.
I can't do the coffee. I just don't like the way the espresso at Starbucks tastes. So on my regular days, I'll usually have an iced tea. An iced tea lemonade.
Okay.
Stuff hits a little different.
I like lemonade. I like iced tea. I like cold drinks. Okay. Let's see. My favorite place actually is probably Dutch Brothers. And I get the same shit every time.
Dutch Bros is so good. Take it from the barista.
Hell yeah, brother.
No, yeah, I always get the same thing. I get the iced caramelizer with whip and caramel drizzle.
Hey man, that picture perfect. Picture perfect.
And then you get something random every time, huh?
Yeah, I get something different almost
What
every
do
time.
you always drink?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times the baristas there are going to suggest something different from what I might look at on the menu.
They're also very happy people.
They're very happy. They give great customer service. And most of the time.
I mean, how
The
many
drinks that I get from them, based off of their recommendations, actually really smack.
Compliments to the chef.
I mean,
Compliments to the chef. Like,
shit,
it is
I mean,
never a mistake.
Dutch
All
Bros is
chefs.
still a great place to
All
work. I
chefs.
mean, how many places offer you a franchise opportunity for working for them for 3 years?
Damn.
That's their only requirement is you work for 3 years as a broista.
How many places allow you to basically fucking get inside your customer's car and stamp the fucking stamp card on their forehead and with niceness and shit, you know? Not many places. Dutch Brothers, that's a requirement as an employee.
That sounds like a safety issue.
You know, just a little bit. Like, somebody, the barista gets in your car, you say, fuck this, and drive away
I'm
with
about
them
to say,
in the car.
I mean, that barista could be really cute, and just fuck it.
Okay, but do they get to stay on the clock if they get taken away?
Asking the
That's a good
important questions
That's a good
here.
question. Do you like,
Should I apply to work there?
if you never clock out while your place is getting robbed and you're like talking to the police after hours and they're just like, all right, go home. You just never clock out and you just leave. Do you still get paid for that? Just like in the after hours?
I would like to think you would at least get paid for talking to the cops.
Or at least some compensation for getting robbed.
Yeah, something.
I mean,
mean-
did I ever tell you about the dude that threatened to rob my store?
Yeah,
Well,
and it was
yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, it was fucking terrifying. I was just standing there and this dude like comes up and he's like, look, I don't want to hurt you, but you gotta give me what's in there. And I was just like, all right. I don't give a fuck about this store. I really don't care. The only thing I care about is how the hell am I going to open up this register because I don't have the code to it. So I was like, you know what, I'll probably just, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I could just, like, ring up something for, like, $1 and then just, like, open the register and give him money. And then I was, like, looking around, I was like, just like, smiling, looking down, looking to the wall, looking to my manager. Nobody sees this happening. He has his, like, back turned towards, like, the rest of the store, and it's just, like, him leaning up to me. And then he goes, nah, I'm just playing, man. I'll take it. And then he orders, and I'm just like, man, fuck you, dude.
I would tell him to fuck the fuck off.
No, I just literally did not care anymore. It just hit me. I was like, oh.
No, honestly, like, if we're trying to rob me, yeah, I give him the money, fuck it. But you don't play like that. You just
No,
like,
I just didn't
if someone
care.
says like, I don't care, I'm just fucking with you. Oh, I'm fucking with me? Get the fuck out of my store.
Anyway, so yeah, what were we talking about? Tabling or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, but this was about the turning point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
no, Casey, you were saying how it fits in your schedule and stuff. So
Yeah.
how does it, like, when do you stop by usually to the table?
To table, it's kind of hard to work out right now just because, you know, our table is so far from the library quad. But again, Tuesday, Thursdays are probably going to be my stronger days for coming out and
Yeah, totally.
helping table.
So yes, so speaking of tabling, what does Turning Point have planned for tabling this week?
So this week we will be talking about the Yellow Vest movement. Steven's putting together a really, really great, you know, set of information for all of our members to have in case anybody wants to stop.
Steven's our vice president or something? Of,
Steven's our chair for
Chair.
recruitment.
Okay, yeah.
So this is sort of based off of the Yellow Vest movement that started in France. Let's see.
Some unfair taxation without representation.
Absolutely.
I remember
Economic
last time.
justice.
Shit, it's always about taxes.
A lot of it is based on rising fuel prices and a high cost of living right now, which we're really seeing
Here in California.
Despite the raise in minimum wage, our gas taxes have not been kind to a lot of people. And, you know, living in California, California, if you will, sometimes it hurts my wallet a little bit.
No, yeah,
Do either of you guys feel that sometimes?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I do Uber on the side, so I go through a lot of gas. I mean, what was it, about a month ago? It was what? Averaging like $3.90 a gallon?
Dude, it was
It was
like
high.
it was. Some places did have the $4. Some places did have the $4.
I get, when I lived in LA, fucking, there was this one Shell station. I don't know, no matter what the gas price was, this Shell station, $5.25.
Ew.
All the time. No, prices everywhere down the street could have been $3.40. Could have been $3.90.
$5.25.
But
$5.25.
some reason, the people will still go to that Shell station
It would
more
never-
than the place literally right across the street.
I fucking don't understand it.
Yeah,
I see Arcos over here at $2.99
Yeah.
and the Chevron across the street at $3.60. And yeah, Chevron is a little bit better gas, but it's a big ass
it's
difference.
gasoline, like what are you feeding your car? Like, Why do you need that extra? Why do you need to pay the extra like $3 to get a little bit more of gas? A little bit high quality gas, just a little bit more.
Ever so slightly.
Just like enough to where if your car fucking farts, it's like, it's
Ooh,
okay.
It's better for the environment.
Yeah, you know? My engine's gonna last 13 miles longer because I use Chevron, you know? No. Who gives a damn? You know?
If you get your oil changed frequently enough, it really shouldn't be a problem.
Doesn't even matter. Just get your oil changed, get your filters changed.
Yeah.
It does not matter. Just put the fucking gas in your car and go. Damn. And then what's funny though, what I think it's funny is California. We're one of the biggest states or we're what, number 1 or 2 biggest state in.
No, we're the 3rd largest geographically.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like
Alaska, Texas, California.
Okay, well then I can just say like we're probably what, the longest or second longest state in the country.
From end to end, I think first or second. Yeah.
Maybe Florida is bigger, but at the same time, like from the top to like the bottom, California is way fucking big. And you're telling me that in the state where we drive the most, where we need the most like gas, you're gonna tax us even more than say some small ass state like New Jersey or something. You know, like where you can walk everywhere.
You think that's bad? Wait till the new trend of taxes hits California. What is the new
supposed to be?
What is the new trend, you ask? It is no. I'm not even talking about on gas.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the per mile tax.
Oh no!
Fucking right now, it's being debated in, I believe it's Indiana and Nevada.
Hell no! Mike Pence better step up in his state.
The DMV wants to keep track of your odometer, and they will charge you an additional tax every year based on your odometer, in addition to your registration.
See, this is where you get the whole like, oh, let's track your guns, and be like, oh no, I lost them all in a boating accident.
Exactly.
Like, where's your car?
Nope. They're gonna.
I lost my odometer in Peru on vacation.
It sounds like a breach of privacy, and I'm honestly not into it.
It totally is. But their claim is they're not making enough on gas tax anymore because cars are getting more fuel efficient.
Gee,
that's like they give you all these incentives to buy a Tesla. But what happens when you buy a Tesla? Your fucking registration's $800 a year.
But I mean, at the very least, with a Tesla, like you kind of like that $800 a year. That's less that you're spending.
Obviously, but still, it's a new car that runs on gasoline.
But
I mean, my 2016 is $230.
Well, look at it this way: it's so stupid because you have like in a California liberal state like this, they say, okay, praise the environment. The earth. Yeah, I love the earth too. Let's do what we can to, at least make the surrounding air around you cleaner and breathe in so you're not coughing up soot and shit. I mean, look at the smog crisis that LA had way back when, and where they had to like regulate some of the shit so they can clean up the air a little bit. Okay. Casey, did you have something?
Yeah, Turning Point USA's national chapter just reposted our story, which was a video of our first general meeting. Great.
Hey, swag.
Made
what you're seeing, what the crowd doesn't see right now is I just dabbed for the haters.
Made it to the big leagues, y'all.
We did it.
Oh god, now he's flossing now. What is this, Fortnite?
Stop! I'm not doing anything. That's great. Well, what was I saying?
I don't know. What were we talking about?
Oh, taxes.
Taxes.
So it's so stupid because California. We love our taxes.
Taxation is theft.
We love our taxes, and
libertarian talking point. Just had to throw it out there.
So, taxation is theft.
So what happens is, we'll break it down one by one. Like you have liberal, like left people. They want more regulations for the environment. Okay, I can understand wanting the environment to be cleaner. Okay, but the way they go about it is stupid. But that's neither here nor there. But they have their regulations, okay, and then they say we need to buy cleaner vehicles, or we need to stop, or we need to like use less trucks and stuff.
What pisses me off is these people don't acknowledge the amount that has already been done. Mm-hmm. I mean, LA used to have smog warnings, like, hey, wear a mask outside because it's fucking bad out there. Yeah. LA hasn't had a smog warning in 10 years.
10 years.
It might even be longer than that. Wow. Fucking LA, yes, there are because of regulations, But people forget that shit has changed over the last 20 years.
Yeah, and
it
if you
takes
look at-
time, but it's already in the right direction. Now look at China, look at cities like China and countries like China,
Cities like
Beijing,
China.
blah blah blah.
China's a big city.
Yeah, China's a very big city, 1.8 billion, 1 billion people. They fucking wear masks on the daily over there because
Yeah.
they can't breathe. Fucking, they want to take a scenic picture of a city. They have to wait till a windy day to blows the smog all away.
Wait until a windy day, like the wind is gonna clear the smog.
They got
It does sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't think that's reliable.
So okay, so what I was
They
saying,
build a giant fan.
what I was saying though, build a giant fan, make the Mongolians pay for it.
It's gonna be huge.
You know, Winnie the Pooh colors and all. Okay, anyway, so what I was saying is like liberals want us to stop buying trucks, stop buying these big vehicles, right? The
Fuck
consumers though.
Oh, don't even get me started on trucks
Yeah,
in California.
so, yeah, no.
You know what? They know people don't know. Did you know a truck in California when you registered, unless you have a cab on the back, it's considered a commercial vehicle?
Interesting. Why?
Because it's just more money.
That's stupid.
So any unless you put a camper on the back of your truck, you have to register it as a commercial vehicle. So my dad's little '01 Dakota, fucking Steven has a camper on it, so he's good. But Josh is I think he's got a Ranger. Josh's Ranger, that's a commercial vehicle.
Interesting. I hadn't known that actually.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
My brother taught me that one.
But so like, okay, liberals want us to stop buying, start buying more fuel efficient cars, right? Okay, then they want to raise the gas tax. So like, oh, you know, we gotta get that extra money for. But that's also a debated topic because people complain about the gas tax, and then it turns out they fucking like they probably didn't even vote for the gas tax because of the way it was worded. It's like they're like, okay, would you like the gas tax? And people will say no. I'm like, okay, write no on there. And then you write no. Turns out the wording was, do you want the gas tax? Write no to want the gas tax. If you write yes, that means you don't want the gas tax. And they made it super fucking
It
dumb.
was a very convoluted way of describing something that could have been made much easier.
And the shitty thing is, propositions are so hard to get rid of. So if that stays, we're pretty much fucked.
A proposition in California is an amendment to the Constitution.
Yes. It's
So
going to take an act of God.
Another proposition. That's the only way a proposition can be canceled out.
And it's stupid. But
And
anyway,
honestly, I mean, and it's a simple majority. That's how stupid it should. It should not be that. How hard is it to get an amendment to the U.S. Constitution? 2/3 of the Senate, 2/3 of the House, and then 3/4 of the state.
yeah.
What does California require? 51% of the population.
It's so dumb.
That-
and then
that
the
is
same
ridiculous.
the same population that votes for it. Like, so let's just assume that all the population that did vote for that proposition voted for it in confidence that they knew what was going on. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, they want us to increase the gas tax, and they want us to increase the fuel efficient cars. Okay, so let's say we do both. All right, we did both. Now, what are you going to do? You now have less cars, spending less on gas. Now, road work. That's the claim that road work. It's for road work, and you look around, and fucking roads busted everywhere. And
I just watched a video where they're finally filling the potholes in Compton.
It's
Compton, just letting you know, I was down there. Pothole City. Oh my God, I fucked up my suspension in that city.
straight out of Compton, you know, crazy.
Yeah,
you can't-
my suspension straight out of Compton.
Unfortunately.
But I watched the video there where the residents of Compton, they pulled their own Yellow Vest movement basically, and they not rioted, but they took over
the
basically
day that
the
Crips
city.
and Bloods both wore yellow.
They took over the city council basically. Got a new mayor elected who's actually finally paving roads out there.
That's what he does. But okay, so then you break.
She cute too.
She cute. Okay, well, we break it down to now we're at the point where okay, we have more fuel efficient cars and gas taxes up, right? Okay, what do you do with cars that don't use any gas? And you would think the common sense about cars that don't use gas is okay, we're liberal. We're gonna make sure that these clean cars are more appealing to the public. We want people to have these cars because we love the environment, right? No, fuck you. We're going to tax the shit out of those cars using the registration. You know? And then what I don't like is, Brett, you see those ugly ass stickers they have? The I'm a clean air car.
Oh God.
Oh,
You gotta stick that shit on the back of your $100,000 Tesla.
oh, like the HOV lane certified stickers.
Kind of like that, but like it's like I'm a clean air vehicle.
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
slap that shit on your bumper.
Trash.
It's like, what the fuck? That's like buying like a brand new McLaren and like you gotta get a sticker that says I'm a certified road legal supercar.
Certified
slap that
McLaren.
shit on the back. Yeah, and it's like, no, I just spent $100,000 on a car. What the fuck? You know what's going on here? I don't like this. This is stupid. But you can use this in there. But yeah. So it's stupid. Like you can't even use your. Excuse me. You can't even buy a clean air car because how much it's going to cost you on taxes anyway. So it's not like they want the clean air. They just want more money. They just want more taxes. And California's stupid on that. They just like to have their taxes. So that's why this yellow vest movement is going to be great. We're going to show up at our booths and wear yellow vests. Yellow just like the president. Just like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. He doesn't like being called Winnie the Pooh. Put on a red shirt. And there you go. Put on a red shirt, yellow vest. You're the president of China. And just like that, we're now banned in China.
And for everyone listening, the yellow vests are provided.
Mm-hmm.
So don't go out and buy your own. We got you.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. Show up. You don't even have to be a leader in Turning Point. Just show up, and we'll get you in the table for us.
That reminds me, I thought it was really, really great of Steven to not only put the idea of, a yellow vest protest together, but also just coming in so clutch that we talked about ordering vests, and he looked at everybody else who suggested that and said, nah, I already got the vests.
Damn. Steven coming to class. He's like, no, I knew it. I thought about it. I love Steven.
Yeah, it was honestly the best.
This club is it's like it's Megan's baby, but this club is Steven's brother, or Steven's
something like
Steven's
that.
dog, or Steven's
His
sister.
dog.
This dog. This is Steven's bitch. No, but no, Megan. This is her.
Hell yeah, brother.
This is Megan's. This is Megan's baby, and this is Steven's. Family member. So.
No, yeah, definitely.
No, it's great.
His spawn.
It's his spawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Yeah,
on
elaborate.
that.
What is this supposed to mean?
As much as people don't like admitting it, Steven takes care of everybody in the group when they really need it.
What do you mean as much? He won an award that says...
he got the Marky Mark Award.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's not
He's
really
still
about...
No, I know. I get what
Yeah.
she means. Yeah, like
Like,
he's
hey,
still
hang
underappreciated.
on though. You're not letting me get my point across. Everybody makes fun of Steven for, kind of losing it. Like, that's what he's known for. And I love Steven, but he's very much a caretaker of the group, and that's something that is easily forgotten about him, and I don't think it should be that way.
Yeah, no. Steven is... We just like to meme about it, but Steven is honestly, like... There's a reason why he got that award for most helpful. There's a reason for it, and I've only been a part of Turning Point for like 2 months, but I've already seen enough of Steven to where I'm like,
if that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by how well people are, like how dedicated some people are to that to this club, and it's great. But speaking of Steven's little meme personality that we have going on, we do have a tomorrow on the 29th. Now, I don't know how many people are going to listen to this tonight and tomorrow and be like, oh, we have another thing going on. But tomorrow, Wednesday, 29th of January, we are having Stockton's Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo from 10 to 1 a.m.
Pre-game at Megan Maston's house, 8:30.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you're in the group,
slide into the DMs.
Yeah, slide into the DMs.
You guys can actually DM the Instagram page. It should be TPUSACSUS on Instagram. Alternatively, you could find a way to reach out to Mark. I know his information should be accessible from Turning Point's website. And worst case scenario, you could always find us out tabling. We should be out every single day this week.
After 10:30 a.m.
After 10:30 a.m. And for all of our Sac State students and Hornets, we will be in between the Arc and the Well.
Hey, invite your friends. I invited my coworker, and honestly, I kind of regret it, but but yeah, no. If you do have any questions, and I know a few people have DM'd me before for some reason about Turning Point stuff. I'm just like, I know I'm technically a leader, but you should probably be asking somebody that knows a little bit more. Probably like Megan, Mark, Steven, Casey, even there's some people. Yeah.
I'd like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable.
Hey, we had to give you a special title so that you can stay in leadership.
It wasn't even a special title.
She was already doing it. So
yeah,
it
I know.
Just
but
it just formalized it.
Yeah, no. So it's still okay. But anyway, no, and you check the DMs too. So, since you're social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm social media chair.
yeah, you guys get to talk to Casey. Ooh.
Or Megan.
Or
Megan
Megan.
likes to pop
Yeah.
on.
And then Thursday, my birthday, was dropping that there, 24.
Yeah. 43 years old.
Oh, God. Not yet, but I will probably not live to see that long.
At least he's honest.
Thursday, January 30th, 2020. God, we're in 2020 already.
We are in 2020, and we're almost done with the first month of 2020.
God, don't remind me.
It's been a terrible month.
R.I.P. my nigga Kobe. We are having a socialism.
Socialism, sorry. So we used that for the alliteration, but we'll really just be playing Monopoly outside of a coffee house. Be there or be square. Brett, what's some more info on that?
Some more info on that. I mean, it's also a cigar social. I mean, I'm not a smoker, but our resident cigar expert, Phil, Mr. 2A himself, will be providing the excellent choices of tobacco to fill all your tobacco needs. He's got some high quality ones from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil's actually really great at picking cigars.
And after that, on Friday, January 31st, we are just going to Drake's The Barn. And that will be from 7 to 11 p.m. And we're just going to hang out, be social.
Play some cornhole.
Play some cornhole.
Yeah.
Cornhole.
Oh, yeah. And drink some overpriced beer.
And drink some
Overpriced
overpriced beer, as per Megan.
That's right. Wait. No, we're not going to be... we're not really supposed to be advertising drinking when it comes to our events. We're not going to be drinking. We're just going to show up and have a good time, right, guys?
Well, I mean, just because it's there doesn't mean we have to drink it, and it's overpriced, and we're all broke, sad college students anyway.
Yeah, so that's why we bring up overpriced stuff, so that you shouldn't buy it. Yeah. Don't worry, guys.
But we are libertarian at heart. You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Do what you want. Who cares? Show up already, with your own thing. But yeah. So I think that's it for Rush Week. Like, we have up until the 31st. That's pretty great. Wow, it's already the 28th. We've been at it for a good bit.
Time flies.
Time flies. And then after that, we will just be tabling wherever we can in the quad by the library.
If you have any questions about it, that's something else that you can either reach out to Megan for or DM the Instagram page. Again, that's going to be TPUSA CSUS on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely Instagram. They're on it like all the time because there are multiple people, or multiple of our leaders that have access to that. So if Casey's not on it, Megan will be on it. Megan's not on it. Casey will be on it. It's just like flips before. Then like what? Is there like one other person that has it too?
I'm pretty sure Kyle Gerard has the information
Kyle
too.
has it. He's the really tall guy.
Either way, it's a sure bet that your message will be responded to. So just hit us up with any questions you have.
Just look for the very, very tall, handsome guy. That's Kyle, and he likes to take the pictures for us. But yeah, so we have that going on. Yellow Vest Movement. What else? Well, we already talked about Northwest Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
what are the dates for those?
The dates for the Northwest Regional Conference is going to be April 4th and April 5th in Santa Clara, California. You can register for that at Turning Point's website, or you can DM the Instagram page for some more information.
Yeah,
and remember, guys, it's free. Basically, they will pay your gas. They will pay your gas, and it's like maybe $15 because it's a highly discounted hotel.
Yeah, just because that's basically like thinking it's $15 to reserve your spot in the hotel. But yeah, no, $15 to reserve your spot, and then after that, it's like it's all free. Everything's paid for. They're gonna give you money for the gas. Don't worry about just show up, sign up. If anything, if you know you're not, or if you don't think you're going, if there's like a 99% chance that you're not going, but there's a 1% chance you are, sign up anyway, because as long as they get you to sign up, and then they'll send you a confirmation. All you have to do is just wait to confirm. Once you know you're going, you can confirm. If you're not gonna, if you don't think you're going yet, just wait on that. Don't hit confirm. There's no deny. As long as you you can just ignore the email and not confirm. But just do it anyway. Sign up right away. You literally, this is how I get it. I just type in Turning Point USA events on Google, and then it just pops up. And then you can look. It's the Northwest conference.
Regional conference.
Yeah, regional conference. There's others. I think there's the mid west or whatever, and then there's an east. So it's definitely the west. Unless for some reason you're listening to this and you're in the east. Yeah, go for that too, I guess.
Shit,
but,
you're invited too. Come out.
Come on, man. Well, road trip, come on. Who needs the first month of school anyway? But yeah, no, totally come out and show your support, show your love. We're trying to... Now, Mark told me this. Mark would very much appreciate it if the biggest group there, individual groups, if the biggest group was from Sac State. Because that'd be kind of cool. You show up and everybody's like, oh, well, how many people are from your school? Oh, we have 5 members from Turning Point. Well, us, we're going to show up. And then if it's big enough, we might take a bus, so we might take a bus, road trip all together. That'd be pretty good. Pretty great. And it'd be pretty fun. You just show up and there's 30 of us. I'm like, oh, which group had the most? Well, you had Turning Point from Sac State. They had 30. And then you had Turning Point from, I don't know, fucking Reno. They had 12.
San Jose.
San Jose. They had 11. Just other things like that. We want to be the biggest ones. So if you're from Sac State, show up.
One of our sister chapters, Turning Point at UCLA, might also go. I know last year they came up to the Bay Area for some side training from the Leadership Institute. That was a really great networking opportunity for people who went. So if anything comes up from Turning Point or, other conservative groups that you might be interested in, it's definitely worthwhile to check it all out.
Yeah, so that we have that going on, and that's pretty good. We got the Yellow Vests, we got more tabling coming up, some events, stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, this podcast will basically be just what's going on with Turning Point. Background, we're not just going to talk about just politics the whole time. There was a few stories we threw in there. There's personal stories. Anything from tabling you this week that just popped out? Any dumb people, any cool people?
Cool people. Had a lot of veterans come by.
That is pretty cool.
I mean, honestly, today was the best day of tabling. We had close to between a dozen and 15 signatures.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah, we had them. Today was the best day for sure.
Tuesday.
I'm not saying because your boy was there, but your boy was there.
Do you remember Do you remember the people you first got to sign up? Just in general. From this semester.
From this semester.
Yeah.
There's one really based girl.
Yeah.
I didn't see her in the meeting today, but she said she wasn't going to. I'm gonna hold her to it because she said she was gonna bring curry to the next meeting.
Oh.
I'm gonna hold her to that.
Yeah. Maybe she thinks you're cute.
Oh shit! I hope so. She was gorgeous.
Well, maybe if she listens to this podcast,
Hey, I love you.
I love you.
I need you.
Leave Brittany alone.
I love you.
And I need you.
I need you. And I miss you. Please call me back when you get this.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, no, I have. So I know my first people are actually 2 people at once. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 people.
You had a threesome.
One time. I had 2 girls. One time.
Yeah, I should have seen Casey's face at this. We got some TP drama in the house.
Okay, so
Michael, you're not allowed to have any more Modelo.
We're not having Modelo. We're having good old spoiled water. But yeah.
You mean LaCroix?
You might be having a cry. I'm having a Modelo.
Okay. So anyway, no, my first people, I think it was Megan was talking to like this. So these two girls were passing by, and they kept on looking at our stand or looking at our booth or whatever.
I'm sure they were looking at something else.
So yeah, they were looking at stuff, and then I was just like, okay, well they passed by, and you know how they are sometimes. Like you see people that keep on staring at the booth but won't say anything. Mark 9 times out of 10. Hey,
do you like my sign?
Like my
you
sign?
Like my sign?
We got some new signs today. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
Yeah.
yeah. My favorite one, no, and my favorite sign out of the ones, I have 2 right now actually.
You better not say the one I don't like.
My favorite sign is one of them is it has like a box and then next to it Democrat, a box next to it Republican, and the box at the bottom base or whatever or no woke. Now
woke.
I don't really care much for the woke part. I just like that it's identifying like as like nah man, I'm just American, you know, like I like that. The second one,
hell yeah, bro.
There's one that I think we need to push a little bit more, and that's because there's like there's a stereotype behind conservative groups that we don't care for women, and I think that stereotype's really wrong, and it's stupid, and I really want us to break that stereotype because I think that as a group we need to have a little bit push a little bit more things that are like we have. I'm wearing a sticker right now. I stand with women, not government. Like that's great. You know, I like that.
What I really like is that it's a ripoff of the Planned Parenthood logo.
Oh yeah,
like
no, it's great.
Shameless ripoff. 10 out of 10 content.
No.
Thank you, Turning Point.
And there was also another one. It was like, there's one poster. My favorite poster, actually. It says, "Women don't need big government to succeed." I think it's fucking great. Just compliments the chef on that one. And it's not like I'm a big feminist person. It's just that I just like seeing that a conservative group like ours is coming forward with like things like that to where they can support them.
No, it's honestly very.
It goes against the grain of what a lot of people think what conservatism is about.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was gonna say it's very heartening to see how many conservatives there are actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you think California, you think a college in California, you think a liberal shithole.
Yeah.
You think? I mean, I've had 2 professors in my 1 year of Sacramento say I'm a communist.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, fucking. It's just strangely one of them this year. One of them this year is like, I will not politically influence you in any way, which is the first. But it's the amount of people, of all ages. I had an elderly lady sign up today.
Wow.
Like 77 years old, and
wow.
she put her name and email down there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's heartening. I mean, it's really good to see that conservatism, libertarianism, hasn't fully abandoned California completely. I mean, it obviously the tide is not in our favor, but we're not dead in the water yet.
California will be red again.
Hell yeah, brother. Cheers from Red Town.
Ooh.
No, my cousin, who is also my roommate, who is just next door to us right now, his end goal, or at least one of his like main goals in his career, is to maybe run for governor and maybe win governor. That'd be great. He will be running for like city council next election, I think, that's gonna be pretty great.
Shit, let us know. I want to help him. I'll help him with that.
Well, he's not gonna. So the thing is, he's not gonna be here in Sacramento. He's gonna run for it in Stockton.
We'll work pro bono.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I will. But I already promised him that as a teacher, because that's where I want to be. I want to be a teacher. That he has my support. Because this dude's a really great dude. Casey, I think he told you about it a little bit. Before college Republicans and actually before Turning Point started out, and really before college Republicans got to it, there was really only Democrats. That was the only club, and Republicans were just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a political science major, so what he wanted to do was join a club to be more active in the political culture or political world. So he went to early on in the college Republican meeting, and I'm not throwing shade or anything, but it's early on, very early on in the meeting, so I get why he was a little turned off. But in their creation, so he goes, he sees they're not exactly on their feet yet. So he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna see what other clubs there are, and really there's only a few. So he goes to the Democrat side and sees that they're already on their feet, they're already doing it. Now he disagrees with pretty much everything Democrats stand for. So what he does is he goes there to be like a level-headed middle ground. He's a minority, he's Mexican. I'm also a minority, I'm Mexican. So it's like, we go against our stereotypes of being Democrat people. Yeah. So he goes and he joins the meeting, and things turn out fine. Actually, he's able to talk to them. But yeah, he has a very level-headed response to a lot of things. He was a part of the debate, actually, with Floyd and the Republicans against the Democrats. And from what I heard, he was a part of the debate and went against them. Now, that's not saying that he did it because he's Democrat. He did it because, it's just... I think a really important part is Republicans and Democrats need to see both sides of the picture and see where they can work with each other on middle ground. Because Congress gets lost in what's going on with, how to talk to each other. They just don't want to talk to each other at all. And then shit gets not done at all. So I think it's important for us to hear both sides. At the same time, you don't have to give up your values. At the very least, see what's going on and figure it out from there. I think we do less of talking and more in yelling nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's less having discussions. Less that debate, from what I heard, and he's talked about it, was a great step forward. He praises Floyd on that. He says Floyd did a great job on putting it all together, and he would have happily debated for the Republicans if they asked. Just doing that, just putting together an environment like that to where the two groups can come together and actually talk to each other is great. We need less riots on campus. What happens in Berkeley almost every year now is terrible. What happens in college campuses whenever any right-leaning person comes to show up and speak is terrible, because you have they'll just get attacked. We need to have more communication between us all, and even within the Republican Party, within the Democrat Party, within every single party. Because again, Turning Point is not. We don't support a specific candidate. We are nonprofit. We just want to promote American views, and our American views tend to be conservative. So we promote conservative type views, conservative economics. I think it would be amazing for us to actually talk to one another and see what's going on in our minds and go from there, because there's just too much yelling and trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers, like that one great prophet Drake said in his song Back to Back. So we got that going on. He's running for city council sometime, and it's things are going great. So we'll see how this semester turns out for all of us. You guys have any other stories or anything you want to add for the people listening?
No, other than we'll be sure to keep you guys posted, because we have a lot coming up, and we're really, really excited to share everything that we have with you.
Totally. So that was that's our first podcast. And again, at the very least, I will be here every show, given, granted something hopefully doesn't happen, but, I'm going to be the main person running it. Brett is also going to try to be here every podcast. If not, it's totally fine. You have your own life. And that's fine. I don't want to pressure you in it. It was my idea, so I should probably take full responsibility for anything that comes out of it. And Brett, you're my dog here, so you're what did you say? You're Hannibal Buress to my
to your Eric Andre.
Eric Andre, yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Does that mean you're gonna go run through a table now?
That means I'm gonna bring in a bear and just have it shit on my desk that we have my microphone on.
Ooh.
But yeah. So I will at least be your steady host again. I'm Michael. I'm liaison. We have Brett. He's the financial person, and then we have Casey, our wonderful guest today, which is pretty amazing, because we actually didn't plan to have a guest. But it was great. Yeah, it worked out fine. And she is our social media person. So if you guys have any questions at all, I know she won't hesitate to answer them. If she, like, again, you can ask any leader anything. If we don't know the answer, we're just going to direct you to
someone who does know the answer.
You mean
not
Megan?
even that. Yeah, we're just gonna direct you to the smartest person in our group, Megan Maston. You know, our president. Hashtag I'm with her.
That's my president.
She is great. She's wonderful. Honestly,
That's my emperor.
that's
She
my
ru-
dictator.
She rules with an iron fist, and y'all know that.
No, yeah. Honestly,
But it's a pink iron fist. It's really good.
it's a pink iron fist. It's the pink emerald on Thanos' glove. You know.
Exactly.
But no, honestly, I've never met a person so professional and respectable in my life. I barely a part of the group, and I already respected her when I first met her. She was just great. Like, yeah, I don't even, words can't describe how great she's been so far as a president. She's put together so much. The effort she's put into getting speakers, getting people to go to SAS, getting people to go to this conference, getting people to just act in the group has inspired so many. And I think Steven is a good example. Like you said, Steven won the Marky Mark Award for best person. I think Megan probably influenced him to be a better person in our group, to step up to the plate. And even people like Alyssa, Casey, you seem to be like, you know, you have great respect for Miss Maston. So yeah, we all step up. I know I want to step up for her. Brett, you're doing your thing. I still don't exactly know what you're going to be doing with our money, but hopefully you keep it within.
Until you see me posting pictures of trips to Mexico, which will happen.
All right. So yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We're going to try to make this at the very least maybe weekly. We'll fill you in with everything that's going on. Have any questions? Hit us up on Instagram. But yeah, it's been great. So thank you all. Again, I'm Michael.
I'm Brett.
I'm Casey.
All right. Thanks, guys. This is Behind the Point, and we're just here to let you guys know what's going on in the world of Turning Point. So you guys have a good night. Peace.